Basically how come I can't get it out right now? Anyway, I'll tell you this one. This is the best one I got. I'm sure you're already aware if you type Illuminati.com in the address bar, it brings you to the NSA.gov. But what people don't know is if you try and put in an instant messenger on Facebook immediately, it says this is a national security, and if you did this by accident, let us know. Right there, that gets their attention. Very good.
Wow, we'll have to try that. If that's true, that's going to be pretty wild. Guys, type it in and see where it goes right now. Thank you. Thank you, Joey. Very interesting. Sparrow in Washington, thanks for calling.
Hey, Alex. Got a couple points here. One about the upcoming elections, and then some big developments in the Jade Helm 15 drill coming up.
Yeah, where Texas and Utah are listed as hostile. Yes, please.
So, first of all, with the presidential candidates, if you want to know who's going to be the president, look at the bloodlines. Trace the bloodlines back. They all go back to royalty. They're all related. The Bushes, the Clintons, even the Obama.
That is actually true. And so who's got the royal bloodline? Both the Clintons and the Bushes. So have you traced Ted Cruz's bloodline?
No, I heard someone recently talking about possibility of Rand Paul's mother. There might be something on her side of the family going on there. We need to look into it. So, Ted Cruz and Rand Paul go up together, head-to-head, face off against each other. That's just going to split the votes, and divide the party anyways. But I want to quickly touch on this Jade Helm, this big developments going on there. This came to light to me on a YouTube video on Dabu77's page. FEMA is putting up domes all over Texas. FEMA, people are calling them death domes. They're freaking out.
No, we've actually sent reporters out and shown the new emergency domes that they say aren't even for the illegal immigrants. They're saying that it's for during any type of disaster. That guy, search FEMA domes Texas, and we can show people some of the video and articles about that. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that's just some big stuff we need to be looking into. This Jade Helm 15, big time. The timing of it, they've been prepping, and then we need to do some research on these bloodlines, see what's going on behind the scenes with these people.
Absolutely. Well, we know the military is training to take on the American people. We know because the military has warned us. They don't like it. But there's the article, FEMA building pricey domes for your safety, close quote. Welcome to FEMA Dome. And so absolutely, Adon Salazar wrote about that back in August of last year. And again, the Army's come out in Stars and Stripes and said, yeah, we call Texas hostile, but they're being alarmist. It's no big deal. The commenters in Paul Watson's article keep saying, yeah, and Paul Revere was an alarmist. Thank you, Sparrow. Let's talk to Dino in Michigan. Dino, go ahead.
How you doing, Alex?
Good, brother.
Great. Also about this Jade Helm exercise.
Yes, sir.
I'm reading a report that Florida and Mississippi's just been added onto it, too. Their states will include surgical strikes and extractions, according to a news conference. Not sure if you heard that yet or not.
No, but we've got Joe Biggs and others tracking it all and staying on top of it. It's a big story. Because, yeah, they do military exercises to condition the public and to condition the military to accept troops on the streets in America. That's all admitted now. And I've been talking about this for 20 years, watching it build. And they always deny. No, this is going on.
Also with Cruz, all he's saying is what the people are saying. They don't want Obamacare. They don't want any of this crap that the NWO's putting out to us. And I think that's why people like what he's saying. I'm not so sure with Rand Paul. He seems kind of iffy. You know what I mean? Like he'll give in a little bit more than what Cruz would.
Well, absolutely. And we should keep Ted Cruz on a very short leash and any of these politicians. But he's saying what needs to be said, so we've got to back that. And then if he ever got in, back actually trying to implement that. And if he doesn't, start impeachment hearings. I mean, I think these people should all pledge to resign if they don't carry out an attempt to pass everything they said they would. I mean, Obama, though, did a 180 from his claims.
Oh, God, yes.
But we haven't seen that from Rand Paul and Ted Cruz. We've got a special guest joining us and more calls. Stay with us. Steven Crowder coming up.
Attention Alex Jones listeners. When you're on the road or have limited data or Wi-Fi, now you can listen to Alex Jones unfiltered and untapped at no extra charge on this non-federal phone number, 1-605-562-5136. Try it now to listen to Alex Jones 24/7 at no extra cost or data charges. These are not on federal lines. These are lines located on Indian reservations off the grid. Call 1-605-562-5136. No smartphones or internet needed. To hear Alex Jones untapped and off the grid, just call 1-605-562-5136.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of Slingbow, a new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
It's happening again. The feds are trying to ban your freedom to own body armor. In January, a newly introduced bill, H.R. 378, will take away your right to buy Level 3 and higher body armor. Katie Armor offers the most affordable Level 3 body armor packages on the market today. Protect yourself. Buy your body armor now before it's too late. Go to katiearmor.com. That's CATI armor.com. Come and take it.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
All the leaves are brown, leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray.
Joining us for the balance of the hour, comedian, radio host, conservative, author, louderwithcrowder.com, joins us. And over the years, I've seen a lot of Steven Crowder's video reports where he goes out and just shows the totalitarian absurdness of the people that call themselves leftist. I don't even call them liberals. Thomas Jefferson was a liberal. More freedom, more private property, keep more of your money, self-defense, These people are the opposite. They want to live in like some type of cult land. And we have Starbucks now saying they're going to cancel, at least in stores, their Race With Us re-education camp garbage. Hillary came out last week, of course, and said we need to go to fun camps to be forced to discuss this. Black Lives Matter, bust into restaurants everywhere and get in people's faces. It's clearly to stir up division in the nation because that's all Obama and the globalists have to offer. Black unemployment's doubled under Obama, so let's just get everybody fighting with each other while the establishment loots us. Again, Steven Crowder joins us, louderwithcrowder.com. Excellent YouTube site, excellent radio show. I wanted to get him on to discuss some of his latest antics to show the absurdity of what's happening with Planet Fitness. And I wasn't aware of Planet Fitness. I'll be honest, and how bizarre they were. I didn't know that if anything's a re-education camp in the making, it's Planet Fitness. So I want to get his expert take on this because it turns out I spent like an hour or two last week on his YouTube site watching all these different videos with his run-ins with them and others. So, Steven, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Alex. And listen, I know that we don't agree on everything, but I appreciate you extending a friendly invitation, and I'm glad to, you know, to lock arms on the things in which we do agree.
Absolutely. Now, let's get into it here. Your take, I mean, I call it an attempt to turn the country into a re-education camp. What do you call trying to turn retail stores, gyms, you name it, into ninnying, control freak, hen-pecking dens?
Well, I don't know if I'd go to use that many adjectives, but listen, Planet Fitness, it's funny. One of my first videos ever was about Planet Fitness, and it had nothing to do with the transgender sort of re-education that's going on right now. It was about the fact that it was, you know, it was billed as this judgment-free gym, right? And everything that's done under the guise of, oh, it's judgment-free. It turns out they're usually judging a group of people more harshly than anyone else. And at Planet Fitness, that's athletes. So if you actually look at Planet Fitness and what their rules are, no deadlifting, there's no squat rack. It's designed to actually judge and exclude people who are serious about training in order to include people who, literally, they give you pizza and Tootsie Rolls at the gym and tell you that you're beautiful and you're perfect just the way you are. And listen, I believe that all of God's creatures are beautiful and all are loved, you know, in the eyes of the Creator. But let's be honest, some of us need to lose some weight. Some of us need to improve ourselves, and we don't need a pat in the back to tell us to wallow in our slothfulness. And that's what Planet Fitness does. And then, of course, they took it one step further recently where, I mean, you need to know, Alex, they're incredibly discriminatory, right? They say judgment-free. They kicked out a lady who complained. So this is a story for people who don't know. I'm sure you've covered it on this show, but I'll give a quick recap. A man who wants to be a woman went into Planet Fitness, used the women's locker rooms. And if you see the picture, it looks very much like you would expect a man in a dress, kind of like when Bugs Bunny would put on the dress, and you know, the other bunnies would think he was attractive. It looked like that. It was pretty silly. One woman complained, felt uncomfortable. They revoked her membership. They kicked her out. They've also kicked out people for wearing pro-life T-shirts. They've kicked out people for looking too strong. So this video that I did was really just not so much exclusively about the transgender issue, but pointing out the fact that whenever you claim to be inclusive, at some point, everybody is excluding some group of people. So let's just be honest about it.
Well, my issue is that if a guy can't pass as a woman, he thinks he's a woman, he better not go in the women's bathroom. And this is looks like a 350-pound guy in a dress. I mean, he looks like the guys in drag from Police Academy. I mean, of course, I mean, if I had a beard and walked in the women's restroom, I go, I'm a woman, but I'm not obviously a woman. It's just ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and they always trot out science. You know, that's the big, if you look on, again, louderwithcrowder.com, people can go read the comments. Liberals are going, well, or leftists, I think you're right in your terminology, are saying, well, you know, you're just denying the science. Well, what science am I denying that if you're born a man or a woman, that you're a man or a woman? And of course, liberals and leftists always trot out the extreme examples, right, to make their case. People who are intersex or people who actually do have some sort of, I guess, genetic abnormality. I don't know if I can use the word abnormal because now, of course, you know, transgender people make up 0.3% of population America, but we have to refer to everyone who's not that as cisgender. That's the new term they want you to use. And I'm going, well, gosh, there are more people in this country who are not arachnophobic. There are more people who are not cheirophobic.
Exactly. So when we come back in the next long segment, tell me why you think they're pushing this so hard. Now you did actually look a little bit more like a woman. I mean, not too much, but you don't. I mean, at least you're not 350 pounds.
Yeah,
so
I do my best.
Still, you could tell you were a man, but I mean, come on. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us.
We're